Oh yeah, we are so back. Judging by the success of my now practically ancient ranking Six Flags St. Louis rides video.
Number 3. Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast, a Premier Rides launched shuttle coaster.
You guys like hearing me talk about roller coasters at my home park. So given that we now have 10 coasters, I figured it might just be the perfect time to drop a video out of nowhere. Welcome back, let's get started. Number 10 is going to be a coaster I just don't like. Boomerang. Some people really like these things, but I'm not big on positives, especially when we're going backwards, so this thing just gives me a headache. It's also pretty rough and the transitions are jarring and bleh. If I had any say in this park's future, I'd probably scrap this ride in order to make room for one of those big raptors like Jersey Devil, because now you have that tidal wave plot there too. It'd be perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have a say though, so Boomerang is here. Number 9 is the coaster that everyone probably thought was going to be number 10, Ninja. Ninja is just as headache-inducing as Boomerang, but this one does at least have some redeeming qualities. Or at least one redeeming quality. The first drop is pretty alright in the back row, giving some solid airtime. There's also a random head chopper after the Sidewinder, but I gotta ask, unless it's a bunch in a row under a massive wooden structure, do you guys actually care about head choppers? For me, they do nothing, but I don't know, maybe I'm the weird one. Regardless, Ninja's layout is just underwhelming and tracks pretty poorly, leading to an overall weak ride experience. Number 8 is a cult classic for me, River King Mine Train. I love this ride, and my bias really wants it higher, but realistically, it belongs here. It was my first coaster, the one that started this journey of sorts in my life, and has led me to be called a nerd time and time again. Okay, now for the actual ride, I guess. It's pretty alright. I don't know what you really expect from a mine train. It has some janky but fun turns, and it's a fairly long ride, with the bonus of a drop at the end that is always a good time. I love River King Mine Train, so if I see a single bad comment about it, you will be banned from my channel forever, okay? That's a joke. Please comment. It increases engagement, more money. Oh, please, comment. Number 7 marks the last of the family coasters on this list with Pandemonium. Pandemonium is fun, and that's honestly about all I have to say about it. It spins well, and the ending is pretty fun, but the rest of the ride is just basic. It's not bad, just something I'll ride every now and then for the heck of it. Moving over into the thrill coaster category, number 6 is the coaster that made this video possible, Rookie Racer. I love Rookie Racer. I love Rookie Racer. This is a coaster Six Flags St. Louis really needed, and I'm so glad we got it. While it is still super weird seeing this coaster where our massive Sky Coaster used to be, it's such a good fit for the park and brings joy to the dark hole that is my soul. That was really I'm sorry. That's not true. It just rhymes and adds drama, and YouTube tells me you guys like that stuff. Speaking of, 99% or some massive number of you aren't subscribed, so if you enjoy listening to guys sell out for their dead YouTube channel, hit that little red button, raise my self-esteem. Speaking of red, Rookie Racer's trains! Number 5 is Batman, the coaster at this park that I switch up on the most. Some days it's absolutely awesome, and other days I get off and it kinda ruins my whole day. For most people, I think this is going to be closer to the awesome side, as its positive G-forces are absolutely fantastic. But for me, they mess with my stomach and head, and I exit feeling a little nauseous. I read it anyway because I have no regard for my own well-being, I guess, but it's alright. Don't take that too seriously. I know that's 2 dark comments in a row. I'm fine, guys. I promise. I'm fine. Number 4 is kind of a similar case, but with more redeeming qualities. Mr. Freeze. While Mr. Freeze can make me feel just as nauseous as Batman does, it does so less frequently and adds in an awesome launch and great elements to at least make feeling like you're about to puke more fun. While I am of the belief that the forwards launch on Mr. Freeze at Over Texas is significantly better than the backwards one here, this one is still alright. The inverted top hat is awesome and has some weird airtime on the way in and out as a bonus, and then the spike is so cool. Staring at the ground that high up is surreal every time. I'd love it. Mr. Freeze, when it doesn't make me feel sick, has a case for a higher spot, but on average, I'd say it's around here. The top 3 fluctuates pretty regularly for me, but as of this year, Screamin' Eagle is number 3. I know a lot of locals don't love this ride due to the fact that it's been getting rougher, but all things considered, I think it's running great. I love the feeling of flying through the woods on any coaster, and having this one at my home park is awesome. The death drop off the turnaround always provides awesome ejector airtime, of course, and in general, I just love Screamin' Eagle. Most of the hills don't hit as hard as they probably should, but they're all just fun. If you want Screaming Eagle at its best, a front row night ride is a game changer, in my opinion. Screaming Eagle is similar to Mine Train for me. Please don't diss it in the comments, less because I actually care and more just because you'll make me sad. Number 2 at the moment is American Thunder. As I've said before, American Thunder very much so feels like a baseline GCI. It has the compact twists and sharp airtime moments we've come to expect from GCI, but none of them are nearly as good as some other GCIs I've ridden. The layout, while fun, is fairly simple as well. Don't take this the wrong way, American Thunder is a great ride with lots of airtime and laterals. It just tends to get a little boring after a lot of rides. And number 1 is the Boss, which should be obvious given that it's the only one left. I don't love the Boss, but I like it a lot. It is brutally rough and certainly not for the faint of heart, but the airtime moments in the back row are unmatched in the park, and the speed through most of the ride is an awesome feeling. While it does absolutely shine much brighter in the first half than the second half is still pretty solid. Honestly though, it barely matters because of how awesome the first 10 seconds after the drop are. With that being said, I'd love RMC Boss. I used to not want it, now I do. It would give Six Flags St. Louis a real number 1 coaster so that I could give a more definitive ranking instead of prefacing the top 3 by saying that they all switch around a lot. I like Boss, but I would love RMC Boss. To those of you who are just St. Louis natives and confused by what I mean, RMC is a company that grew famous by taking old, rough wooden coasters and changing the layout and putting steel track on them, leading to a much smoother and more thrilling ride experience. Given that knowledge, is that something you'd want? Let me know down in the comments and I'll see you guys next. I'm just kidding, I'm not uploading again.